punch drunk this morning.
It's only Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly, only Tuesday. So maybe you stood outside this weekend and you thought to yourself, oof, this lawn's looking a little rough.
Yeah, winters can obviously take a toll on our lawns. This year we sort of lucked out, but that doesn't mean the grass still doesn't need a little TLC going into the season. Garden Guy DLK joins us this morning. He's got some easy ways to get your lawn back in tip-top shape, and he brings his own sod with him.
Yeah, it's one of those days in Minnesota. I think they were worried about maybe it was too windy and my hair would fly away, but
Sure.
It couldn't be that because I don't have any hair. But so we brought the outdoors indoors, and of course today we're talking about spring lawn care, and we're talking a little bit just before, a little bit of warm weather and then some rain, and then things green up really quick. So that's the time when we have to start talking about lawns, how to manage pests and all those sorts of things, and then timing, because timing is everything with spring lawn care. So I want to start out firstly with dog spots, and in that little bag right there, I found this not that long ago. It's actually a paramagnetic rock that you put in your dog's water bowl, and when they drink the water, it leaches out all the acidity out of your dog's urine, and it creates less burning. It's actually it's a rock that's indigenous to Australia. Australia has some of the most ancient rocks. This is one of them. You pop that, one rock lasts about 2 months. Pop that in your dog's water bowl. No more, well, I shouldn't say no more, less dog spots. So there you go.
Okay.
Also, what goes along with dog spots is oftentimes just damage, winter damage to lawns, bare spots, all that kind of stuff. So now is actually, the weather right now is perfect for reseeding. I like to use something that has about 5 or 6 different types of seed in there. That way you get good disease resistance for your lawn. So that can go down right now. You could, create a nice little bare spot, or rough up any grass, any dead grass, get some good dirt showing, and you can reseed right now. Also, this product right here called Cover Grow. If you do have bare spots and you need to kind of keep that seed in place, this is a mulch that actually expands in water, so you kind of get that covering, so the birds don't get at it. Over the seed. So so bare ground first, then seed, then the mulch, then keep it moist, for the next 14 days or so, and you'll get your grass to grow, and that will take care of any bare spots.
Okay, you mentioned scratch up the ground.
Yeah, really rough it up.
What is the best way to do it? Just like take a rake? And
like a metal rake, something of that nature, where you can actually get good dirt showing. You can put down a little bit of compost or a little bit of topsoil or seeding soil on top of that as well. But I don't like to just sit that on top. You got to kind of work it in, and that's where the rake really comes in handy. Also, it will relieve any compaction as well. So if you need to do any aerating, you could do that now and then reseed right after that. Grubs in the lawn, Milky Spore does a good job at that. It's a biological control, so you're putting less chemicals down. It takes a little while to kind of work its way or get enough of those microbes in the soil to work, but that's a really good way to take care of any grubs. And Japanese beetle, of course, that's a grub that kind of harbors up in underneath your turf over the winter months. So if you've got problems with Japanese beetle, that would be
They're in the lawn, not the dirt.
They're underneath, right? So they lay eggs. Those eggs kind of hatch, become the grub. They kind of go down beneath the frost line, and they then they'll eat all your the roots of your lawn before they turn into the beetle. So it's kind of like it's kind of like these guys are kind of like a double bang, I guess. They're eating your lawn when they're grubs, and they're eating your plants when
they really like raspberries.
They're adults, and then they just repeat that cycle over and over and over. Really, kind of a very efficient little beetle. Weeds in the lawn. Of course, you can manually pull them out. That's some great garden exercise.
Back-breaking.
No. We call it exercise. I call it exercise. Sounds a lot better than back-breaking. I was out on my walk the other day in Mendota Heights. Saw that little
dandelion.
It was actually in a park, not too far away from me. Also, if you want to spray them, this weed-free zone is actually a really good spray. It works better in cool seasons, like what we have here in Minnesota. So that one here does quite well against cool season grasses. For fertilizer, if you're doing the reseeding route, Milorganite is actually a very good lawn fertilizer that doesn't burn. So if you want to do seeding and fertilizing at the same time, just from what it's derived from, I'm not going to even tell you what it's derived from, because if you're having brekkie, you just don't want to. You don't want to go there. But just what it's derived from is a natural greener of the lawn, but again, non-burning, so it won't burn any of your new lawn coming up. And maybe even if you're sodding a lawn, this would be a good one as well.
Is there slime in that?
No snap. So
Just wondering.
even the garden guy is like, no, I'm not. No. You know, I just started putting moisturizer on my skin recently, so that would be like.
Nice job.
That would be like graduate level.
Good job. And
yeah, I just joined the. You know, since I turned
club?
like 50, or whatever I am. Got excited about
we forget after post 50.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought I was. Yeah. Anyway, as far as other types of fertilizer, of course, crabgrass. A lot of people do that at this time of year. Timing. I mentioned timing earlier. What I recommend is once you mow your grass for that first time, once your lawn gets hairy enough or long enough that you think or you have the urge to mow it, that's also about the same soil temperature that crabgrass will germinate in. So that's when I mow my grass, mow my lawn, and then crabgrass preventer goes down. The only trick is with crabgrass preventers, most of them don't know the difference between your seed and crabgrass seed, because we have crabgrass is a warm season grass. All our bluegrasses are cool season. So most crabgrass preventers don't know the difference. This one here in back, I'll just take this one down. This one in back here has mesotrione in it. This particular product, it's a little bit more spendier, but it knows the difference between cool season seeds and warm season seeds. So that way you can put this down in conjunction with any reseeding that you want to do. And then that way it will allow your turf grasses to germinate, but will still inhibit crabgrass from germinating. Just be aware that every type of crabgrass preventer that you buy, doesn't matter if it's corn gluten, that's the more organic way to do it, or any of these. Any one that you buy has a lifespan, and oftentimes soil temperature for crabgrass germination is a lot bigger or a lot wider window than what these products will last for.
So you have to put them on a couple times,
yeah,
maybe?
so if you're having problems with crabgrass, you do everything right, you listen to everything right, but then you're still having problems with crabgrass, it means that oftentimes the chemical expired, but the season, the soil temperature was still favorable for crabgrass germination. So oftentimes you can come back maybe the last week of June, last week of May, first week of June, and put down another crabgrass application of it, and that will kind of take care of that. And then as far as watering goes, about an inch of water a week is really the magic tonic for really most gardening, your turf grasses included. So about an inch of water a week through the summer months will keep your lawn looking green. And then don't forget that fall is actually the best time to fertilize your lawn. The turf grasses are setting down all those food reserves in the winter months or in the fall months. They're getting ready for the winter. Those short days, they're like, uh-oh, winter's coming, so they kind of bulk up in the roots. So fall fertilizing right after state fair time, right around Labor Day weekend into the first part of October is really, really beneficial for your turf grass. And then last but not least, there are places where grass will not grow. You know, it's either too shaded, you struggle, you keep reseeding. There are some areas that grass will not grow. Don't panic. Just resort to something else. Mulch. There's a lot of perennial ground covers that you can pop into those areas. And then
I love the ground covers, but they can spread quickly.
They can spread, so a little bit of edging. But micro clover is a very, very low. It's basically prostrate, flat to the ground, and it kind of looks like lawn. So micro clover is a great lawn or a great turf grass alternative where grass won't grow.
I have a neighbor who is using that, and it kind of just blends in really easily.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Dale?
it stays nice and green.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Dale.